felt like the competitive juices were flowing out there. I mean, we talk about this every year when there's kind of like a melee or a play like that. But from your perspective, what is it like when, you know, maybe there's a hit there and then guys come together? What's that whole thing like?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it gets competitive out there. You know, we're in the dog days of camp. You know, things are starting to get longer, days are longer. But this is a time where we just try to push through, find that extra edge, find that extra burst of energy. You know, and you know, things get chippy. We're all super competitive out there. We all want to succeed. So that's the game of football. You know.
For you specifically, what was your approach coming into training camp, and how have you felt you've performed for these 10 days?
Yeah. Other than aside from the physical aspect, the training, the running, all that other stuff, you know, I was trying to be very conscientious about the things that I just need to improve on, whether that's my run game, my pass rushes, understanding our defense, understanding the opponent's offense, taking those little steps to just improve my game and just try to go to the next level.
Bobby says he's taken as many opportunities in the call-up periods as Sean will allow. Have you noticed, or what sort of progression have you noticed from him in that role, still not knowing if that's what it'll be come regular season?
Mm-hmm. Bobby's been great. You know, he comes to work every single day with energy and juice, and he kind of instills that into us as a defense, and his play calls reflect off of that. You know, we're going to be aggressive, same as we've always been. We're not going to change who we are, so he's just been nothing but a great addition for us, too.
Can you talk about your approach and how you're approaching camp? Is it finding new ways to get better? Is it hard to find those ways as many years as you've been in the league? You've seen it all. You've been around for a while. Mm-hmm. Is it difficult to find areas that you can attack to improve yourself when you enter camp this far in your career?
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I'd say no, because I feel like I'm just always trying to find something to improve on. And, you know, some days, Bobby says that you're either dying or you're growing. If you grew a little bit today or you died a little bit. So each day is going to be different. And so you just try to approach it with what can I improve today, not necessarily throughout the whole camp. I mean, you have goals and things, but if you can even sum it up to just what can I get better at today, that makes things go a little bit easier. And that's how I've been just trying to approach it and just be consistent and be just aware of the things I need to do each and every day.
AJ, what's Dawuane Smoot like?
Smoot's been great. You know, he came from Jacksonville, I'm pretty sure, and he's been nothing but a great addition for us. He's got great versatility. He can rush from the edge, rush from the inside, and he's so powerful. You know, he's 280 pounds. He can move as fast as any of us, and then he's got that extra power behind him. So besides his personality and how great he's been as a teammate, you know, on the field and everything, he's just been great to have around and a great addition to our room.
What's his personality like?
He's goofy just like the rest of us. I mean, you know our defensive line, you know how we act, and so he's been a perfect fit. The guys have been real welcoming to him, and like I said, he's just been great to have around.
When you're rushing the passer, you know, you've made your career on those pass breakups to the line of scrimmage. How are you so good at it? Is it something that comes natural? Are you always kind of looking for the ball? You're looking at the quarterback? Like, what's made you excel in that area?
I would say the easiest thing about that is just when the offensive lineman doesn't block you and things seem a little bit too easy, it is too easy. It's too good to be true, you know. So they try to get you upfield and influence you to fly up the field and throw that screen behind you. And I've gotten into a pretty decent habit of just recognizing that, having somewhat of a feel for it, and I just try to match the quarterback's eyes. And if I get up the field a certain amount, I mean, I know the receiver's right over there, so he's got to find that opening wherever I'm at, and you just look him right in his eyes, you can kind of tell where he's going.
Can you tell the frustration that other quarterbacks feel when you do that, like in the plays that follow? Because that's kind of like an easy button, those screen plays, to get easy yards.
Yeah, no, it's people throw screens, they throw draws and all that stuff at us because we're such a penetrating front up fronts. You know, we're an aggressive defense, and so they do things like that just to try to take the defensive line out of it, get us out of our own rhythm. And whenever we can get plays like that, whether it's me, Greg, anybody on the edge, it's just kind of a rhythm killer for the offense and keeps us on track. You know, it'll go from 1st and 10 to 2nd and 10, and you know, that puts them in a bind and off schedule.
I'm curious, is this camp feel similar to other camps, like personally and like on a team level? Does it feel different in any way, or does anything like stand out about this camp compared to the other ones you've been in?
I would say just now that I'm a little bit older and I've been on the team for a little while, it's weird. I have rookies asking me questions and stuff like that now. So I'd say that's probably the biggest difference. But it's something that I take pretty seriously because I want to set a good standard for the guys younger than me, and show them that this is how we do things around here. But also just being able to be that big brother aspect and just be more than willing to help them out and answer any questions they have. And so that's something I take pretty seriously. Something that I appreciated as a young guy, and so something I like to do and be able to give back.
Is that like a reality check to be like, oh wait, now I'm one of the older?
It is a little bit. It's kind of it's yes and no a little bit because we got guys like Daquan and Vaughn in the room, that are up here, and I'm still down here compared to that. So I just try to keep it all in perspective, but try to be the best teammate I can.
You mentioned mentoring some of these younger guys. What's been your impressions of Javon Solomon, who seems like he's kind of ascending as we get through camp, getting more comfortable every day?
No, his confidence is rising. He's an excellent player. Dude's just freaking jacked up and everything. So he's fun to watch. He's an incredible athlete with his bend and power, and just he's getting more comfortable, and you can see it. And I mean, he's just going to do nothing but help us in the end.
Does he ask a lot of questions?
He does. Yes, he's like a sponge. I'll say all of our rookies are. They're like a sponge, they want to come ask questions and just soak it all in. And they're all humble enough to ask questions and to not be nervous to do things because we're all here to get better and all here to help each other out.
What is kind of your mindset going into a season where you might have a bigger role? Do you do anything different to prepare for that? How do you kind of tackle that?
Consistency is something that I've been harped on about and something I want to improve for myself. And I think that's probably the biggest thing, whether that's consistency with my play every single down, every single day. And in my home life as well, being consistent with recovery, being consistent with my sleep, and just all those things play into living that role as a starter or as one of the guys that has more consistent play. It's not just a every once in a while thing, it's an all the time thing, and that's something that I'm trying to grow more into.